Tom Brady thinks that, well, he could be a good father and good football player. Let me ask Tom Brady, when he decided to retire and come back and he pissed off his wife, why isn't he not married still? He told his wife when he walked away from football he wasn't going back, and then he decided to re-sign with the Buccaneers, and then his wife decides to sleep with his karate trainer,
right.
and now is remarried with him. Honestly, Tom Brady talks about family, and it's great. Tom Brady was a great football player. Tom Brady looks like he loves his son, as we've seen in his documentary. He likes to kiss his son on the lips. Tom Brady is a unique personality. He also owns a piece of the Raiders. I think he should really concentrate on his team and his broadcasting, because he's not very good at broadcasting, and we'll see where the Raiders go. It seems like they got it right with Pete Carroll, and I don't know what Geno Smith's going to be over there in a Raiders uniform. We all know Vegas likes to have superstar DJs go and support their football teams, as during the football games, they're the only team that has live superstar DJs there putting on a concert. As we all know, Tiesto was there for the Super Bowl. I think, honestly, Tom Brady and Scheffler are very unique individuals. Scheffler, who comes out, he was in the new Happy Gilmore movie. He looked really, really good, has a good personality, made jokes about him getting arrested on the golf course, which is pretty funny. I think he has a good personality, but I don't think he loves the sport. That's what he's great. And when you're great and you're making money, that's great. It's good for his family. It's good for golf. Scheffler doesn't care about golf like he cares about his family. Tom Brady cared about football more than he cared about his family. Let's be honest. He retired and went back to play football because he liked the camaraderie. Golfing is a single-man sport. There's no teamwork in golfing unless you're playing in the Ryder Cup. That's the truth. This guy is all about his family. Why are you taking shots at Scheffler? This guy's the best golfer in the world. He's been the best golfer in the world for the last 3 years. He's just speaking the facts. He wants to be closer to his family than the game of golf. Tiger Woods loved the game of golf, and he loved sex, and he loved pornos. So what did he do? He cheated on his wife, and he did his things off the court and off the field. That's just the sport in the sporting world. You love something, you love your family, you're going to go for one or the other, or you go for both. Tom Brady loves his kids, and he loved the game of football. I think he loved football more than his children. I'm just speaking the truth. I don't know Tom Brady personally, but anybody that retires and decides to walk away after he told his wife he was going to step away from the game and move on in his career and then go back to the sport tells me that Tom Brady took the game over his family. That's all I'm saying here. Now, again, I don't know Scottie Scheffler. I think he's got a unique personality. I think he's good for golf. I think there's nobody challenging him in the game of golf. I mean, seriously, I don't watch golf as much. You would thought McIlroy is one of those guys, but McIlroy is an up-and-down golfer. There's nobody as good as Scottie Scheffler. So it's like Tiger Woods was great. It was always him and Mickelson, right? It was back. Mickelson was never Tiger Woods, but when they played in big tournaments and they were head-to-head, there were two Americans fighting to win the British Open, fighting to win the U.S. Open. I don't think there's anybody right now even in the same conversation as Scottie Scheffler, and I think that's why Scottie Scheffler's like, yeah, it's just golf. Who cares? I care more about my family. I care more about my kids and my wife and spending time with them. I don't know why Tom Brady is taking shots at him. And by the way, Tom, how good of a golfer are you? Could you actually get on a golf course with Scottie Scheffler, even compete with him? And Scottie Scheffler's not taking shots at you on what you did, deciding to walk away and then come back and then lose a wife. Yep. Nobody. You didn't hear Scottie Scheffler attack you from that. So why are you attacking him? That's what I want to know. Tom Brady should not be opening his mouth. He should be concentrating for the football season, making his, $35 million a year sitting there and talking his rubbish? I mean, seriously, he's not Tony Romo, Homo, or anything.
Yeah, you want to use that $35 million to pay the dead cap you owe for getting rid of your star
defensive tackle. Did you get what I
so.
said? Tony Romo, Homo, that's what they call him. I got that.
part.
I love Tony Romo, by the way. He's the best in the business.
Yeah. Now, going on to this aspect of competitive nature too. Obviously, you see it more in passionate with football, because football, it's a hype sport. You want to get fired up, and obviously golf is thought of more as a traditional sport. And I think Scheffler still has a good personality, considering like compared to a lot of the other golfers. You're seeing it a little more with some of the younger ones, but again, you're not seeing it throughout the sport as much. So I don't know really how Tom Brady differentiates the difference of, oh, he doesn't like golf because he's not showing that kind of passion. Like Tom Brady, obviously, you're seeing on the sideline throwing tablets and yelling at his teammates and stuff like that. Like everybody handles it differently in every sport. So I don't know how you could necessarily differentiate it. And like you said, it's distracting from what you're trying to accomplish. Obviously, they have a good enough relationship for him to like maybe jokingly say this kind of thing, but it's still enough of a criticism that's still very weird. Now, Jabba, obviously, you're knowing more about being a father, and playing golf a lot more than I do to know that too. But like at the same time, like I don't know, like how do you judge like passion for golf, passion for football? I don't think Tom Brady can decipher that.
It's one of those things where there's no right or wrong way to parent. There's no book on how to do it. And I don't like this. First of all, I think it's inappropriate as one father to another to tell him what your opinion is. We all parent different. You know, I jumped on a trampoline and blasted my ankle in half. Kurt Schilling told me I was a terrible dad for playing with my son. If I was playing wiffle ball and he hit me in the eye, am I still a terrible dad? There's no way. And the way he feels about his sport is completely different than the way. And it's just, I don't like it. It really, for me, there's no place for it because you just don't like what he said. And that's okay. You don't have to like what he said. Like he just values certain things different than you do. And that's okay. But you can't bag on a dude and be like, oh, you can't play golf and be a dad. Like, relax, bro. Like, yes, you're a great football player, but when it comes to a dad, that there's lines we don't cross. And as parents, you can do whatever you want, but don't talk like that. And, you know, Scottie's not one of those dudes to do this, but I remember I called Kurt Schilling. I go, tell me I'm a bad dad in my face for playing with my son. Yeah. Tell me. Never called me back, never did anything. Put his tail between his legs and went on. But
he could shove his blood sock up his ass.
That sounds worse than what Brady did. Wow, that's crazy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, literally, I was like, hey, can I get his number? And I was like, hey, man, like he literally buried me when he was on Sunday Night Baseball and said he's a terrible dad for doing this. He risked his career. I'm like, jumping on a trampoline with my son. Like, yeah. And we were the only two people in there. It wasn't like it was packed. It was just me and my son. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, when this came up, I'm just like, man, you've got to be absolutely kidding me. Like, first of all, like you said, Earl, why is he opening his mouth first? Like, it's a topic of a dad being a dad and him saying, like, yeah, golf is great. My wife thanks me for going out and working hard and providing for our family, but it's not the end all that meets all. Like, I love being a dad. Like, I won't even touch on what Tom did in his career and all the other stuff because that was his choice as a father.
Yeah.
And it is not my right to say what is good and bad for his family. And that's why I don't like it. Just keep your mouth shut when it comes to being a parent. If you don't like his golf game, say his swing sucks, whatever. Like, that's cool. But when it comes to being a parent and how he feels about certain things, man, just shut up.
Yeah, and he's the best golfer in the world. He's been the best golfer in the world, and he wants to spend more time with his family than playing golf.
Do you realize, like, how good Tiger Woods was? Yeah. So the way Scottie Scheffler's going right now, and he's obviously great, for him to tie Tiger Woods, he'd have to stay number one till 2035.
Wow.
To tie Tiger Woods.
Damn.
Yeah, and to me, Scheffler's been the most dominant American player since then. So it just says a lot about who he is. And he didn't even love the game as much as Tiger Woods did. Or he didn't love the game like Brady loved the game of football. Because Brady, I don't care what Brady would say.
And that's okay.
Yeah. I don't care what Brady would say and deny. Brady loved football more than he loved his family. That's a fact. Anybody that says to his wife, I'm never playing football again, I'm retiring, and then a couple of weeks later saying, I'm coming out of retirement after you promised your wife you're stepping away because you want to spend more time with your kids, tells me football came first over his family. Greatness came first over his family. That's the fact. Scheffler doesn't believe that. I like that Scottie Scheffler said what he said and did it in a professional way. But
and he's never shied away from that point of view of what he said. Like he's said that from like it's his faith in his family. Like that's what he said from day one. Like this isn't something new. And obviously Tom likes golf. He's been on the match. He's done all this other stuff. So unless he's just a front and doesn't really like golf and just does it for whatever, but he's obviously watched golf and seen it. He knows who Scottie Scheffler is. It's not like this came out of the blue and he just threw something to the wind, but like, no, I don't care. Like, no, he said that from Jump Street. Like, faith and family is like my two most important things. Yeah, I play golf and I'm good at it and I work hard, but really at the end of the day, it's really not what it's about for me.
Yeah.
And I respect the heck out of him for standing on his laurels and be like, hey, if you don't like it, you don't like it. But that's just who I am.